Welcome back to Wepner Farms Productions. We got a little break in this wet weather we've been having lately, so I got some acres of corn that I never got sprayed custom work earlier this spring that I left because it was a swamp out there, and we got some water hemp growing in one of our fields, so I'm getting the sprayer back out of retirement today, and I'm gonna go spray about 80 acres. That should be pretty quick. Just loading all the chemicals up on the truck that I need because my spray trailer is already unhooked and I don't need a whole lot. So grab everything, throw it on the trailer that we need, and go from there. So we made her up on top of the hill. Looks like we get to unpack the shed a little bit. Looks like we really put it in here nicely. It looks like I'm gonna have to monkey my way around. Whew. Sprayer is so clean, I got it all shined up. Now we're gonna go get her dirty again. Even got some tire shine on her. It's gonna stick everything to it. That'll be nice. So the shed's temporarily unpacked. Got the sprayer out, combine out. Now we're gonna load this up with water, and then my spray trailer's right over yonder. I'm gonna have to get some Roundup off of there, so fill this up with water, and then I'll come back and put chemicals on. So we'll be back. Okay, we got the water going up in the sprayer right now. Got a whopping 150 gallons in there. I'm gonna go search for my headset quick while that's running up there because I don't know where it went. I had it, now I don't. So we'll be back when the sprayer's full of water. So start running some stuff up in the sprayer. First thing that's got to go up is my EMS, so I'm going to start running some bags in. They take a little bit longer to run in there. AMS, I gotta give it a little more throttle so it's got a little more pressure. AMS is quite absorbable, she goes in pretty easy. So I'll need 180 pounds of that. That's gonna be 3 is 150. Do like 3.5-ish bags. Doesn't got to be perfect, but it's got to be close with the AMS. You learn to appreciate your inducer when you're sitting here filling up jugs of Roundup. I used to do this like 3 years ago. Don't do it anymore until today. But I got some, I know these aren't Roundup containers, but one, they're cleaned out, and two, they what was in them was safe to spray on corn, and even if there was some in there, it'd be fine. So I don't want to hear nothing on this. If anything, the Roundup is helping clean these jugs out more than they already were. So I'm gonna hook up my pump my Roundup in there. I need 12.5 gallons. So I'm gonna fill them up, carry them all the way over to the sprayer, and then dump them in and wash them out. So let's get at her. Oh, that was so much fun. Time to carry them all over there and dump them in. So the status wasn't really what I was picturing. Looks like little guinea pig pellets. And going up the inducer. If it was supposed to go up the inducer, but I put it in there, and it's going up slowly but surely. So I guess we'll wait for that to go in, and then we should be ready to spray. So with that stuff going up kind of granularly, I think maybe I should have put it in the beginning. I never used that stuff before, so I'm learning, I guess. But I'm gonna let that mix for a little bit, and it seems like my tank's getting a little foamy, so I'm gonna grab some defoamer because I used the last of it up my last time spraying and I didn't restock. So I'm gonna grab some out of the shed, and then it should maybe be mixed up good enough. By the time I get to the field, it should be all right. So I guess we'll see it when I get back in the sprayer. Okay, so we just pulled up in the first field here. Really stressed corn. Not as stressed corn. And a lot of weeds. Whole field is green. So I'm gonna start spraying here. This is just a small field. There's a couple bigger fields. And hopefully we'll get them all cleaned up for them. Okay, we need to find a row. This corn back here looks, oh, there's a deer right there. Munching on some corn. Corn back here, it's weedy underneath. The corn's looking pretty nice up here. I think definitely the water stress was a big factor on the corn growth here. But then we really get into some short stuff here. And then we get into no corn. So pretty wild stuff here. Oh, there is such a diversity of corn here on this farm. We're spraying anywhere from, I don't know if this is about 36, maybe like 42 inches tall, to there's some corn in here that's only a foot tall. And it was really wet when they planted it, so the field's kind of planted in couple different directions. See it, there's like, I don't know if you can see it from here, but there's still a pond out in the middle of the field, and then up here on the knoll, the corn looks actually really nice up here. Still really weedy. I don't know if you can see it. Here's where I ran a little corn down here. Maybe you can see the weeds down in there. But the whole field is weedy. Weeds are pretty tall even. So pretty much just trying to get her all cleaned up and let this corn grow as well as it can. going on my last pass here, but you can see the corn just completely changes in size here. So we're gonna kind of, I think that's where I gotta go. Grab my row and go. Really weedy up in here. Ragweed really came through strong. So hopefully this ragweed will all get cleaned up and the field will grow a lot better. So I got done spraying over there. They already actually had some of it sprayed, so got a little less to do, which is kind of a good thing because that means I don't have to run all the way back to the farm and put any more on. I should have pretty close to just enough to do it. I think I'm gonna have a little extra left over. I would rather not have a little extra, but if there's a little extra, I'll find something to do with it. So headed to our field that I need to respray right now, and then I'm gonna spray it. So it turns out that there is not a lot to run over out here on the bright side of things. This field was replanted once, and does not look like the replant came up all that great. But now it's getting sprayed for the third time. Yeah, the third time. I already resprayed it once. I sprayed this field, so I sprayed this field pre-plant, then I sprayed it post-emerge, and then we worked it up and replanted it, the entire field. We got a replant, and now it's all getting resprayed, and there still ain't a lot of corn out here, but there is weeds growing. The weeds are definitely growing, so I guess we'll get the weeds killed off if nothing else. Boy, this looks rough. It ain't the most pretty sight. All these weeds. There's rows, but they ain't thick. Okay, so got this field sprayed off now. What corn that is here. I had a bit of product left. It looked like around 150 gallons or so. So I think just to get it used up, I'm gonna go over to another field that was really wet when I sprayed it, and I didn't end up spraying the entire field. Should hopefully be dry enough now that I can go and spray whatever I didn't spray before, even if there's not any corn growing there necessarily, be able to get the weeds killed off.